Hey friends, it's Brandy, and this is Living Your Human Design podcast episode. Thank you so much for being here. It's going to be a great show. So grab your pen, your paper, your cup of coffee, and let's get started. Hey friends, welcome to Living Your Human Design podcast. This is Brandy, and I am back for another episode. All right, so I got a juicy one for you. Oh my goodness. I got one question for you. Where are you blocking your blessings? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you just saw the expression I gave you because chances are that resonates. And maybe it's something you've been thinking about. Or maybe you're like, blocking my blessings. I would never do that. Like, I want more of them. I'm so happy for the ones I'm getting. But this is interesting. And I'm asking this because I recently was asked the same question. And my immediate thought was like, I don't block anything. Like, I mean, negative vibes, of course. But like, I want more blessings, more to come to me. What do you mean I'm blocking my blessings? But the fact is, and this is where that little smirk came from, is that chances are you probably are. And you're doing it in a way that you think is supportive to the other person or to the situation. And what's actually happening is that you are trying to control. So, all my control freaks out there, raise your hand. I'm going to raise both my hands. I am the epitome of a control freak. And I can say that now, and I can smirk about it and laugh, giggle about it because I've learned to accept it. I have learned to recognize when my control Betty is in full effect and she's not serving me. And in actuality, it's a protection mechanism, right? It's a trigger. When I feel out of control, when things are happening that seem out of my control, out of my reach, I didn't want, I didn't ask for, when I feel like I am without any options, when I feel like I'm being pinned against the wall, when I feel like my voice doesn't matter and I have very little to offer, Control Betty comes in. Okay. She comes in because how can we regain control of the situation? How can I feel like I have a say? Where can I insert myself so that I feel some sort of power? And so to bring this back to where are you blocking your blessings? You block your blessings by needing to be in control. You block your blessings by not giving the other person or the event a chance to surprise and delight you. Now, some things you do have to be more forceful with, right? Sometimes being in control needs to happen, but it's when it's at the sake of you feeling better about yourself or the situation. And that's the ego coming in. That's when it's not beneficial. So I'll give you an example. And this is an example of a friend of mine where she realized she was blocking the blessings of her son wanting to spend more time with her, wanting to come to her for anything, right? She was blocking the blessings of just having this magical, amazing relationship with her son because of the need to control every little thing he was doing. Because maybe he wasn't doing it the way she would have done it. Because maybe he wasn't doing it in the timeline that she would have liked him to do it. There's a certain point, and I've spoken with a number of parents about this too, but there's a certain point in parenting where you just have to start trusting your kid. They get to a certain age, and you know, okay, they're 11, they're 13, they're 15, they're 17. I have spent X number of years with them, instilling this into them. I now get to trust that they know how to do it. They know when to do it. They know how to properly act. They know that having breakfast in the morning is important. They understand that brushing their teeth is crucial. It can be anything. But there gets to be a point where you lead by being the example. And you pray that the work that you've put in is going to reflect back, is going to pay off. And the payoff is an incredible human being that you helped to raise, but who also came here with their own agenda, their own purpose, their own design. So now apply this to anything else in your life, not just your kids, but it could be your partner, it could be a job, it could be your pet. It really could be anything. Where are you blocking the blessings? And maybe you're thinking, like, well, I don't know what blessings I could be blocking. So I get to tell you, like my friend told me, you get to sit with yourself. You get to reflect and think back to things that maybe you were trying to control, and not out of necessity, but out of fear. And you get to think about, okay, how could I have done that better? How can I have shown up better and released some of that control, anxiety, fear, scarcity, and been more in an abundant mindset where I welcomed the surprise and delight. I welcomed the opportunity for more to come my way. That is how you might be blocking more to come to you. You might be blocking your blessings. So it's a simple question and yet profound. And it's something that I want us to ponder on this week. This is the topic for this week. And I would love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your ahas for this very simple yet profound question. And I do want to noodle on this for a little bit, and I'm already inspired for some social media posts, maybe a blog regarding this, because I'm in the business of activating you. I'm in the business of being the guide for you so that you can see the abundance that you have inside yourself, so that you can start living your purpose, so that you can start going out there and no longer playing small, but playing so big that you are like the freaking sun and no one can avoid you. No one can overlook you. No one can miss you because you are so powerful and solid and confident in your purpose and why you're here and what you're here to do. And you aren't blocking any blessings. In fact, you are wide open to receiving. And that starts with reflecting on what you might currently be doing so that you can stop doing those things and open up the door, the floodgates for more. All right, my friends, I love you. As always, it was a pleasure this week. This one is going to be short and sweet, but I got more coming to you. And I have some exciting news coming soon. I'm not going to tell you right now, but we are working on some really fun things to bring to the podcast and to the YouTube channel that I think you're going to really enjoy. You're going to find a lot of value in it. And it's things that I have personally loved coming across the past few months in my human design journey. And because I have been influenced by them and have been sharing what I've been learning, people are now coming to me and asking me, Brandy, how do you know this? How do you find this information? So I thought, well, what better way than to just provide it myself? So I have some really amazing people coming on board to partner with me and this podcast and to make it even more amazing than it already is. And it's going to be in the future. So stay tuned. I love you. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week, whenever you actually are listening or watching this. And till next time, bye for now. Mwah.